Thank the member. To recognize the member for Saanich South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, we are down to about 45 minutes left in trying to right one of the most massive wrongs I have seen in this House since elected. There's a problem right now that's not being acknowledged. We're not actually debating an agricultural bill. We're debating a bill of goods. Because what we see with Bill 24 is simple. And I'm going to lay it out. It's about deception, it's about corruption, and it's about greed.
The member withdraw those remarks.
Deception?
All of the remarks.
Well, I'll withdraw corruption, but I think deception and greed are acceptable. Is that not correct?
It's not debatable.
All right. I withdraw that remark, but I think this chamber gets my drift. This is a bill of goods, and it's not about agriculture, and we have stood for day after day after day trying to make the case about agriculture. But this government's not interested. They're not interested in agriculture. What they are interested in, Mr. Speaker, is making sure there is the most opportunity for political interference in an arms-length commission called the Agricultural Land Commission. That's what it's about. It's about political interference. And we have proof that it's about political interference because we've been receiving and reading emails that have been leaked. Very, very embarrassing emails for this government. And what they show is that government members have been trying to influence a commission. And when they don't get their way, they come up with some elaborate plan called Bill 24 to make it look like they're trying to make things stronger for agriculture, but they're not. We see members bullying a chair to get their way, to get applications pushed through a commission. This is the most deceitful thing I have ever seen, Mr. Speaker.
Member.
I'll withdraw that remark. I'm very passionate about this bill, and I can tell you why, very briefly. I came into this chamber because I love agriculture. I am passionate about agriculture, and I cannot believe that this is happening on my watch. It has been in place for over 40 years. I am 46 years old. I grew up with the Agricultural Land Reserve. I grew up valuing it. And on my watch, as an elected representative, I see it being destroyed by a government who doesn't care about agriculture. They care about development, and they care about, I won't say corruption, but I think that's what it is. You know, this is a very interesting time when members in the chamber can stand up and state who backs them up on this legislation. I have heard over and over and over again from the current Minister of Agriculture that he has a working relationship with the BC Agriculture Council and they support this step. That is completely wrong. The province of British Columbia is being lied to right now, Mr. Speaker, and we all know it, and the members on that side know it as well. Everybody knows it. The BC Agriculture Council does not support this bill. And in fact, I can go as far as saying they are disappointed and probably embarrassed that their name is associated with Bill 24. I have a statement that was released today by the BC Agriculture Council, and I'm going to read it into the record because maybe the government can stop lying about who supports this bill.
The member. The member is well aware that that is not within the rules.
I'll withdraw that. I'll withdraw that statement, but I have to say this is the biggest political maneuvering I have seen ever in 5 years. This is the press statement that was issued by the BC Ag Council on Bill 24, the closure of Bill 24. The government's decision to invoke closure on Bill 24 is a disappointment, but it's not a surprise. Ideally, the proposed legislation would have been withdrawn so proper consultation with BC farmers, ranchers, and agricultural stakeholders could take place. Where do you get the fact you did not consult? There was no consultation. Who did this government consult with? They consulted with themselves. They went into a back room and they tried to figure out how to get shabby, embarrassing legislation through this chamber, pretending that it's about making agriculture stronger. It is not. This statement goes on to say, in regards to today's article published in the Globe and Mail, we are again disappointed but not surprised. The cited comments towards Richard Bullock and the Agricultural Land Commission reflect a level of impatience and entitlement indicative of bullying. And these comments have reaffirmed the BC Ag Council's original suspicion about the initial intent of Bill 24. Suspicion! The suspicion from the BC Ag Council? This is the relationship between the BC Ag Council and the BC government? The Ag Council is suspicious that something has been pushed through? This letter is powerful. There is more letters from stakeholders, including the Cattlemen's Association. This is unacceptable. It is sneaky, and I have another document that I think is very interesting. It is a job posting for new commissioners that is closing on May 31st. And it goes on to say that commissioners will be appointed to one of 6 panels. 6 panels. The one thing that the chair of the Agricultural Land Commission said would add to political interference. These guys on the other side of the House are pushing through, but I can tell you what we're going to do on this side of the House. Every single commissioner that's appointed, we are going to make sure who they are. We are going to check to see if they're Liberal donors. We are going to see if they've had past application history. We are going to check to see if they're a bona fide farmer. Because if this is about making agriculture stronger, those are the people that should be representing the Agricultural Land Commission. People that believe in agriculture and want the best for agriculture, not a government that's trying to sneak through legislation to destroy our agricultural land reserve. You know, I could go into the details about how the Commission could make things stronger for agriculture, how much the government believes or doesn't believe in agriculture, but it's useless because this government's not listening. In fact, this government knows it spent political capital on this bill, and they don't care because they have 3 years to recover. This is a typical political maneuver, absolutely. So I think, you know, I am very angry about this bill as well as my colleagues. We have stood here. Our independents have stood here. We cannot get our message through to this government. The people of BC cannot get their message through to this government. So we're going to have to watch every step they make after this, because every application that goes through, it better have agriculture as a priority. And if not, we're going to call you on it every single time. I'm going to take my place, and I am going to hope that for some reason, the Minister of Agriculture hears what we're saying in the last 20 minutes, and this government reverses its decision to put this bill through. I know that there's 2 past agriculture ministers and 1 current agriculture minister sitting in this chamber over the last 10 days, and they know as well as we do that this is wrong. The people of BC know it's wrong. I want every member to stand up and look inside of themselves and vote for the people of British Columbia. Do not vote for the members who believe that the agricultural land is there for development and it's their land bank. This is for our future. I can't stand what this government's doing, and I hope that we can stop this bill at 5:15. Thank you.